Ladies and gentlemen, people haven't gotten their Raw 25 rages and rants out of the way. I could not do mine because I was I was just finished uploading my video I did earlier at my for my with me and my friend, so I really couldn't have time to record. I wanted to record this morning, but we had some technical issues, so I couldn't do it. But, people were getting their Raw 25 reviews out of the way, and I was like, how can WWE screw this up? And in classic WWE way, they screw it up. Even though this was the best Raw of 2018, hands down, because the past 3 Raws have been garbage. This one was the best Raw of the entire year so far. The WWE has been giving us garbage, 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 decent, but still garbage. You know what I'm saying? And we should expect this from the WWE. Come on, it's Vince McMahon in the WWE. We should expect garbage every single week from Monday Night Raw. Raw shouldn't be good. This show was the easiest to write I've ever seen. You should have had everybody come out, do their original gimmicks. You should have split half and half. When you should have had more segments at the Manhattan Center, because that's the birthplace of Monday Night Raw. Why not have the famous general manager show up at the Manhattan Center, or have the famous women show up at the Manhattan Center to give the crowd something? Poor Manhattan people, they spent over $500 to $1,000, ladies and gentlemen, to go to that show. Are you kidding me? And you got broken Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt in 3 minutes, Undertaker in 3 minutes, and D-Generation Next in a 10-minute segment. That's it? That's all you got? WWE should be ashamed of themselves of how bad they screwed this up. Everything after Stone Cold Steve Austin was a complete letdown. Sad. And I was looking forward to this show. I say this might be the best Raw of the year. How can you screw this up? Raw 1000 was better than this. 10 times better than this. I'm gonna go back and rewatch Raw 1000 on the WWE Network to compare both of these shows. How Raw 25 was and Raw 1000 was. You had the Undertaker return, the King Birth Destruction reuniting. You had CM Punk versus Johnson for the WWE Championship. That was a great show. Raw 1000 was awesome. But no, WWE can't. You can't book Raw 25 like you did Raw 1000. It basically got the same things. New IC champion. CM Punk retained though, because Big Show got involved in that match. They had a championship match. Legends appeared. Had their segments, did their thing, and that was it. It flowed more because it was 2 hours though. WWE should have gave the Manhattan at least an hour to an hour and a half. We should have started off in the Barclays Center. They should have had the first hour. That women's match should have not been that long to begin with. It should have not been over 20 minutes. It should have been 5. Then we should have went immediately. You want to do another segment in the Barclays Center? Do that. Do the poker segment and give that more time to breathe. Then we should have went immediately to the Manhattan Center. Taker returns, and then we should have had a match for the Manhattan Center, not go back to the Barclays Center. The Manhattan Center had more time because Jerry the King Lawler and Jim Ross were sleeping during the show. Sleeping. Are you kidding me? Sleeping during the Monday Night Raw because it was that boring. It was that boring. Them poor fans, man. Guys, I'm sorry. I can't spend $500 or $1,000 and I only get 3 segments. That is absolutely horrendous. I'm telling you guys. If WWE does this to me, I would immediately call them and ask them for my money back. Ask them for my money back. That is absolutely ridiculous. Garbage. I can see if they give you garbage, but they give you 3 segments, and you watch half of the show on the big screen. Give me a break. Absolutely ridiculous. But we kicked Raw 25 off with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Vince McMahon, Stephanie McMahon was in the ring. Shane McMahon was there also. Stephanie and Shane talked about Raw 25, saying that we wouldn't be here without you. Of course you won't. because these are the smart marks and loyal fans to the product. Most casuals leave after WrestleMania season is over, but smart marks stays. Of course you won't be here without us. You guys will be nothing without the WWE universe. But no, you don't treat them like treat us like that though. You're still giving us Roman Reigns though. Yeah, but we wouldn't be nothing without us though. Y'all wouldn't be nothing. But you're giving us, but you're not giving us what we want. Don't understand that though. Stuff like that. Vince came down. They congratulate the man that created it all. When he actually had a creative brain. In 1993 for Vincent Kennedy McMahon. So out of touch now, guys. But he can still sell though. He's still the best heel on the roster, guys. Hands down. Nobody's better than Vince. That's what he does. So, I'm sorry. That's sad. Stone Cold, then Vince came down. He was babyface for a little bit. Then he turned heel immediately because that's what Vince McMahon does. Because Vince is freaking awesome at doing that. He turned heel. And then he talked about he talked about the Brooklyn and the Manhattan Center and stuff like that. Brooklyn being a bunch of cheapskates, which was great. I enjoyed that. Very awesome. Then Stone Cold Steve Austin came out. Steve Austin came out, didn't say a word. Stunned Shane McMahon. Stunned Vince McMahon with the beer in his mouth. Great sell by Vince. Then Shane ate another stunner. And then that was the end of that segment. That was very, very awesome. Took me back to the 1990s, man. Great, man. Even though I wasn't alive to see the golden days of WWE, I could always go back and rewatch the WWE Network, and it's anything better than this garbage. Even the low point in 2003 was better than what we're getting now. Sad. WWE sad. Anyway, moving on after that, we had so we started the show very, very hot. It was awesome. Everybody was on the nostalgia act. And what does WWE do? They give us a 8 women tag. Are you excited? I think most people might have turned their TVs and fell asleep for 20 minutes when while this match was on. Did you care about this match? We had 2/3 of Answer Solution because apparently Paige is not retired yet. Nia Jax, Lisa Fox versus Sasha Banks, Mickie James, and Asuka and Bayley. I absolutely tell you guys, I was looking on Twitter to see what Undertaker was going to say and see if John Cena and debate if Cena was going to come out in the next segment. I was on Twitter and I was on Snapchat. That's what I was doing. And I was looking at other people's Snapchats. Then I was like, maybe let me check it. Let me story this. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do this. Awful. No, I'm not doing this. That's why I disappeared from Snapchat for almost 40 minutes because it was awful. The match was decent, I guess. It wasn't really all that special. It's a generic 8-man tag that we see every week. Banks, James, Asuka, and Bayley won via submission. Did you care? Of course you didn't. The only main thing that happened was Asuka had attacked. Asuka had threw everybody out the ring like Royal Rumble style. She just tossed them out. I hope she does that Sunday and wins the Elimination Chamber. If not, it wins the Royal Rumble. If not, the Women's Royal Rumble will be a failure. Simple. Then we had the Dead Man return, was one of the most interesting things. Taker had that long wig on, because I know his hair not that long now. Look, if he grew that out like that, wow! In 1 year, great. Undertaker looks phenomenal in shape. He looks like he was. It takes me back to 2010 a little bit. The guy looks in phenomenal shape at 52 years old, guys. He looks in phenomenal shape and looks like he can wrestle, at least give us at least one more match, which I hope he does. See, Taker had his highlight package aired before he appeared in person. Great pre-video package by WWE. It basically gave us like stuff for past Undertaker, and they always do well with Undertaker packages and Undertaker entrances. Surprisingly, he did not show up with no pyro and no smoke. He just showed up. The bells went off for two bells went off, and he just showed up like it was the old school, like when he first appeared with nothing. Just the bells went off and the music played. Takes me back to 1993 for real when he first debuted. That was on Monday Night Raw. That was great. That was great. He had the long hair, had that vicious look that scared the kids. Which I think all these people were kids when back in the day when Taker first made his debut, because they look like it now, because they're much older front row, especially people in the front row. That scared the kids, the people that were in the ring who were kids that were sitting there live for the first Monday Night Raw, scared the crap out of them. Take me back to that old school vibe. He recalled his comments and right off a list of victims before leaving. He said that all his souls may finally rest in peace. It looks like he's retiring, but news came out that WWE wanted to build towards the Royal Rumble and not build towards WrestleMania with Undertaker. So that's why John Cena appeared in that Elias segment instead of appearing with the Undertaker, because WWE wanted to have some build towards Royal Rumble. More than likely, John Cena will eliminate Elias in the Royal Rumble. That's basically what I'm getting out of that second, which we'll go over in a second. But that's basically it. So I thought he would retire, but news coming out that he's probably not retiring, and that he's still gonna have one more match. It's just that WWE want to build towards the Royal Rumble because it is only 6 days away. Don't blame them, because they lost some more just so that they're coming with a last minute plan for Cena. Because it was gonna be Cena coming out last week before Raw 25 to confirm Samoa Joe. And then Joe was going to beat him up and stuff like that. And then this week he was supposed to confirm The Undertaker. But that never happened. We'll see what happens later on. Then we had the nostalgia with Boogeyman, Taylor, and Jonathan Coachman laughing when each other backstage until the Boogeyman arrived. Brother Love was back here. The Brother Love! Love right there. So the Boogeyman arrived with some nasty worms. Good thing I finished eating before this segment was over, and I ate before I did this review, because looking at that again, it's actually disgusting. God, the Boogeyman's nasty. He's a nasty character. I don't even know how the guy that plays the Boogeyman could even still do that at all these years later. I can't. That is absolutely disgusting. If WWE gave me a gimmick like that, I swear I would tell Ben straight up, you're a great mind at coming up with good characters, but God, that's no, I'm not doing that. See me back to NXT. That is awful. No. Decent. I wish it would have did more with the people that showed up again. They just showed up for a bit and said I'm here, and they never were seen again. Then we had one of the most scariest things that happened tonight. Roman Reigns versus The Miz. First, we had the general managers with People Power. John Elias, one of my favorite general managers of all time. Eric Bischoff. I'm the man. Dun, dun, dun. Eric Bischoff. We had, who else we had in there? Jonathan Coachman was great. Somebody else was here too. William Regal was here also. So those watching matches was on the stage to introduce themselves, stuff like that. Then that moved into Miz versus Roman Reigns, guys, and Roman Reigns lost the Intercontinental Championship. Again, I asked why wasn't this done 2 weeks earlier with Samoa Joe? Come on, WWE. Samoa Joe should have been Intercontinental Champion, but no, WWE wanted to give it to the Miz though. Great job. Maybe Samoa Joe probably would never got injured. Maybe. We'll see. No, it probably would never happen. But Miz won the IC Championship to give us that looming factor that Roman Reigns might win the Royal Rumble with John Cena. Oh, I hope the rumors are true that Cena's still fighting Undertaker at WrestleMania. He doesn't win, and now we still got Roman Reigns. Oh God, guys, we might cringe on Monday morning. We'll see. Jesus Christ, I'm cringing already. Then we had Peep Show with Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins. I didn't care about it that much anyway. The best thing about this was Simpsons. I was telling Jason Jordan that singing "You Suck" to Jason Jordan, which was great. Then we had the Manhattan. We went back to the Manhattan with Bray Wyatt versus Woken Matt Hardy, and in about 3 minutes, Wyatt wins via pinfall. What did this accomplish? Nothing. And then Elias clashes with Chris Jericho and John Cena, which was decent. I ain't gonna lie, the Jericho thing was awesome. That was nostalgia. Before we had that, we had the women, greatest women of all time thing, and which was great. I enjoyed that as well. And then we had the Elias and Cena segment, which was great to set up Elias. Elias is getting over as heck, guys. I'm telling you guys, he was over. He was over in the Barclays, which I love. Meaningless tag team match with Tyson and Apollo Crews with Heath Slater and Rhino. Did you care? Of course you didn't. get it off my TV screen as quickly as possible. I believe it ended no contest, and then the Dudley Boys came back and got the tables and put Heath Slater and Rhino through the table. Then we had the D-Generation X reunion, which was great. I enjoyed it. Then we had the Revival versus Carl Gallows and Anderson, which Gallows and Anderson completely buried the Revival. I feel bad for the Revival. Balor Club's win via pinfall. So I feel so bad for the Revival. It was awful. Poor Revival. Then you got that showdown between Lesnar, Kane, and Strowman. Great segment right there. I loved it. And then that was basically it. Paul Heyman welcome to both. And then we attacked both Braun Strowman and Kane. Brock Lesnar destroyed Kane. Then the Monster Man counter punched Brock Lesnar with a running power slam through the table, and then that's how Monday Night Raw ended. Overall, a decent show. Not really. They did nothing with the legends. I feel bad for the Manhattan Center. Awful guys. Just a classic edition of Monday Night Raw with legends. That's all it was. Hope you enjoyed. I'm Cole Chen, guys. Hit like, subscribe to the channel, and share it around to your friends. See you guys in the next video. Peace.